boys. Today we will be drawing one of my favorite scenes in my book I'm writing, The Camp of the Forbidden. And this is pretty early on, and as you can see, I've already started a little bit. Normally I do like to start with a blank page, but it took me a little bit to do this, and I don't want to make this video a little too long. So we'll jump in by kind of starting. Actually, I think I want Cass's eyes a little bit hidden. Actually, do like that shape. I'll just kind of hide his eyes a little bit. Like, I'll kind of just swoop their hair a little bit that way. I'll kind of make them flat. There. Now, for the scene, Cass and Jess are sitting on Cass's roof just outside their bedroom door, and they're just kind of talking, having fun, just talking about life and just vibing. This is right after they find out they're going to camp, and it's a lot of just being. And it's, yeah, just kind of a lot of just, it's very peaceful, and I do love this. There's another one that I thought about doing, but it's a little farther in the book, and it just contained a little bit more spoilers. And this one's just kind of the fun parts before everything goes south. I'm also gonna get Cass's top lip here. And I'm also gonna be talking about a little bit of my process for this one. I'm gonna actually erase the headlines because my brain is seeing the skull and not the full picture. But yeah, it's very peaceful. They're sitting on Cass's roof with Cass's cat, and it's just so peaceful. And we'll just kind of allude to a roof for right here. Yeah, and I'm not gonna be covering a little bit of this with a blanket as well, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. And in fact, I'm probably gonna have to conceal a little bit of this, a little bit more. She'll do that now with just like erasing lines. I didn't really know if I wanted the blanket, but I definitely do. It's like give it a more like cozy feel. They're definitely like just vibing with themselves on Cass's roof, and it's just so peaceful. And I like it because it just feels like home, and it's a lot of just being with friends and just not really having to worry about anything. So I will just shade in that blanket a little bit just to help with depth. And then, yeah, they're just sitting on Cass's roof the day that they finished high school, and they're just kind of vibing together, and it's just really fun. And then not Cass, but Jessica is like half asleep on Cass. She's just playing with her hair, just kind of allude to braids. And Cass is just really in their head at this moment, and they're thinking about what have they really done so far. And it's just, I do like it a lot, and I don't do that. They're just having fun being kids, and they may be legal adults, but I don't think you can have an age for adulthood. I think it's definitely like a mindset to have. We'll just kind of help with her braids here. Yeah, we'll add some shadows here. This one I think I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth on. I definitely do have to work on the side profiles for the body a little bit more, but it's definitely just going to be work in progress, and that's okay. We'll continue to work on my skills, and then eventually, one day, of course you never stop learning anything, but eventually, one day, I think I'll get the hang of it. Even if it's just a little bit, but that's okay. They're just chilling on the roof, and we can like allude to the cat kind of like here, because Cass's cat Honey Bear is between them at this point. She's a cutesy little black cat. We can maybe allude to just Cass's hand here, just kind of a little bit. Kind of playing with her hair. Like have, yeah. I think I'm gonna slightly shade this as well for the blanket, just to like give a different shade of graphite. Yeah, it's so peaceful, and I do really like it. Because as much as I do like writing the more action-packed scenes, something about writing just the calm moments in life is so relaxing, and it's very meditative for me, honestly. I gotta add his brown hair. So we'll just kind of do the hair strands, kind of following the contours of his hair. Yeah. And for this scene, the stars are really important. And I don't really want to do like a real, I just want it to feel, for like this piece, very just kind of vibrant. And then I'm also going to do like an allusion to eye shapes, because at this part of the story, Cass is thinking about how they think the stars look like eyes of like some primal god who's just watching always. And they're just like thinking of like everything that they've done in life. And they do ask Jess at this point in the story, what have they done? And have they done enough? They're very much a warrior, and Cass in themselves is somebody who does not want to be the main character. I mean, they do eventually learn to be okay with things, but a lot of it is just them trying to reject the idea that they are the main character of the story. I mean, they're one of the main characters. There's like 7/8, but the main two are definitely Casper and Jess, because we see more of them, and they're already friends in the story. But then you introduce the other cabin mates, and yeah, and there's like a few side characters who are really important. But yeah, Cass eventually does have to learn that it's okay to not be under the radar, and to actually take up space and live out in the open, and to just be there instead of just being on the sidelines, just not really engaging with life. It's definitely about learning to be present and be active. You can't just let life pass you by. That's not really a life. If you want to live life, you have to do what makes you happy, but also you have to engage. It's okay to be the main character, but it's okay to be the side character. It's okay to just be for a minute. And sometimes saying YOLO is the best thing you can do for yourself. Cass's story is one of healing from being scared to step in the spotlight, to basically being forced into the spotlight by the universe to finally get you to cooperate and not be so, I don't want to say mediocre, but just like disassociating through life. But yeah, well, I'm gonna work on, I'm gonna add some texture to Cass's shirt here just very lightly. I'll work on side profiles eventually, but for right now, I'm just gonna lightly sketch. And I'll do like more defined sketches for the finished product, but I definitely want to get the idea of some of the sketches down. I just want to define the hair a little bit more because it is almost disappearing into the roof here. So we'll do that, and then we'll also just make sure it doesn't disappear. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of trying to get the vibes of questioning your entire life into the page, and I think it's working pretty well here. Like also just darken that slightly. Like I definitely want just to seem very peaceful. Yeah, I think I'll redefine that a little bit. Also define that chin a little bit more. Also just like make sure the shading's okay. And I'm not gonna worry too much about like my line direction since this is just a sketch of an idea, but yeah, I think just gonna lighten those shadows a little bit. I'm gonna actually, yeah, there we are. All right, my lovelies, that is it for this week. Next week, I think I'm definitely going to do a layout of the idea I had of the video I posted a while ago of medieval ravecore, and we'll kind of go through sketch, finished product with like color and liner, and then that way. This week I am a little bit busy, but next week I should be okay to do a longer video like that. But it's always good to just like sit down and do like something that's not too heavy in terms of that. But yeah, that's the idea for the roof scene. So thank you for watching. I will see you later, lovelies, and go get some water, and goodbye.